So this strategy actually was taught to me by my younger brother. I've gone to -8%.
Hello, Sunder. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Simon. Good afternoon to you. I hope you're doing
Good
well.
afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Well, welcome to the interview. Thank you for participating in this. Please introduce yourself to the community.
Yeah, sure. And thanks again, Simon, on FundedNext team for inviting me to
No problem.
this interview. It's my pleasure being here. So about myself, I'm Sundar. I'm 27 years old. I'm based in Sri Lanka. So I'm basically part of Asia. And I've been trading. I know trading since 2018, so it's been like 5 years. And I'm actually I got my feet in the water for the past 1.5 years. So actually, I've been reading about trading since 2018, but I actually got my feet in maybe during COVID, during the 2021, 2022 period. That is when I actually started putting money and starting trading.
Okay. So you're trading full-time or part-time?
No, that's where I want to be. But at this moment, I'm actually working. I work as a product manager for a telecommunications company here in Sri Lanka. So that's what I do full time. But trading full time is where I want to be.
Okay, so you fit this in with a career. So you trade part-time, so how do you fit that in with your work schedule? You trade a certain session, you trade in a certain way or a certain time frame?
So actually, when we go into how my trading strategy works and how I trade, I think you would be able to understand better. I don't look at the charts 24/7. Or I don't look at the charts for an extended period of time. I would say I probably spend like 25 to 30 minutes for an entire day. And if I see an opportunity, I do get into a trade. If not, I just call it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what are you looking for in a trade setup? What do you trade mainly? What pair, what instrument?
Yeah, so basically I have only 3 pairs that I'm looking to, and it goes in the priority that I say. So first priority would be GJ, second one would be GU, and the third one would be gold. So and it's pretty much the same strategy for all 3 pairs. And if I'm not able to look at a pattern or an opportunity on GJ, that is when I'm looking to go GU. And if I fail that is when I look into gold. So I don't look at all 3. My first priority is always on GJ and then GU and then gold.
Okay. And your reason for choosing those 3 is because the volatility that those 3 offer, or is there something else?
Yeah, exactly. And that is, I think, one of the main things why these 3 were chosen, mainly due to where I'm located and also the volatility.
Okay, so you're more of a day trader. You're sort of intraday, in and out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you prefer the quick moving pairs like gold and GJ.
Exactly.
Okay. So if you could show us your strategy and maybe give us a quick demonstration of a typical trade setup, that would be useful for some of our fellow traders to see, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, So what you are seeing right now is the GJ, and I pretty much tend to trade on my phone. So since it's difficult to share on the phone, I just
so you use TradingView for analysis, and then you trade with MT4, MT5 on your phone mainly.
Yeah. Good. So basically, what I do is I just trade I just look at the charts for 3 times in a day. So one would be 10:30 a.m. That is my time. So I'm in the Indian Standard Time. So that would be GMT plus 5 hours and 30 minutes. So I would look at the 10:30 a.m. candle, which was the 4 hour, and then the 2:30 p.m. and the 6:30 p.m. So these are the 3 times that I would be looking at charts, and I would be coming to the charts in 5 minutes before the 4-hour candle closes. For example, if it closes at 6:30, I would be looking at the charts at 6:25 to see how the
Okay.
chart
Okay.
closes.
Okay. So what are you looking for before the candle closes then?
Yeah. So basically, I don't trade ranges. So basically, this entire block here, I would consider this as a range. So I wouldn't be looking at it. So
Sure.
my
Okay.
next option would be GU. So I would go into GU and I can see that the market is trending and there's no range. So basically, this would be the place that I would, yeah. So basically, this is where the 4-hour has closed. So what I will do is I would, and since this is a strong bullish bearish candle and it has good volume, so I would decide that, okay, this is going to continue down. And what I would do is, so basically this line you see is where the next 4-hour has opened. So I would be coming somewhere here. And this is where it has closed. So for my indication, I would put another horizontal line over here so that I know that if market trends to go below this point, it would continue bearish. So basically what I would be doing here is I wouldn't enter the moment the candle opens. I would wait for the market to go a bit up and create a high. And when I see bits like this, that is when I would basically place my sell stop. Oh, if it's the inverse, I would place a buy stop. So I don't do instant executions. So what I basically would have done at this point, once the wicks are formed, is I would have done something like this. The stop loss would be 1 or 2 pips above the wicks, so that I leave some room for spreads. And basically, I would be looking for, in the case of GJ, I would be looking for a 1, 2, 3, and in GU as well as in 1 to 3, and in GU and in gold, I'm looking for 1 to 2.
1 to 2.
Because
yeah.
Because what I have basically seen is usually the stop loss is a bit big, and I don't want to have like the trade running for a day or two. So basically, I would place my buy stop, I would place my stop loss and take profit, and basically I would move on. So I would not be looking. And the next time, what would happen is I will basically set alerts on my take profit and stop loss. So I know if a trade has been closed. So I don't move to break even, and I don't move I don't trail stops. So basically, it's stop loss or take profit.
Okay, so the stop loss is based on the price action. Is the risk you're placing on the trade, is that a fixed percentage or a fixed amount? How do you manage the risk?
Yeah, basically it's 1% of the account size.
1% per trade. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So these are obviously just time and price based indicators, so you don't use any other traditional retail indicators whatsoever?
I have used them before, but I find that this particular strategy works well for me. So I don't basically bring those in as factors and basically confuse myself. So I just use this. And also I only take 1 or 2 trades per day. Basically, if I hit take profit in one of my trades, I basically call it a day. I don't go hunting for another trade.
No.
And basically, if I lose a particular trade, let's say I lose the first trade, and if I see an absolute need to trade one more time in that particular day, I would basically the position would be of half the risk. Basically, first trade would be 1%. I lose that. The second trade, I would be risking 0.5%.
Yeah. Okay. So you reduce your risk per trade if you make a loss. Sure. Okay. All right. So, and the only 2 time frames you look at are the 4-hour and the 5-minute. That's just
4 and the 5-minute.
Yeah. 4-hour for analysis and then 5-minute for the execution. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, 4-hour, I determine if it's bullish or bearish, and then I move to the 5-minute. And if this, let's say, for example, if this particular wick has been formed somewhere here where the stop loss would be some 30-40 pips, I basically won't be taking that trade because I'm not comfortable with it.
Sure. Yeah, it's got to be a reasonably small move away from that 4-hour close. Sure, I
Correct.
understand. Okay, got you. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that strategy. I'm sure that'll be useful for other traders to look at and maybe take advantage of. Thank you.
Sure. So I'll just stop sharing my screen.
Sure, yeah, please. We talked about risk management. So you manage your risk 1%. If you take a loss, you reduce that into 0.5. You look to trade probably at most once a day, maybe twice if an obvious opportunity presents itself. So what is have you managed to backtest this strategy? Do you have a win rate or any statistics to back it up?
Yeah, so basically I was, like all traders, I think you would agree, like from the beginning, I was jumping forward, to another, moving with this EMA, SMA crossovers, going with fractals, and then going with RSI and all that. So it worked for some time, and then at this point, it stops working, and then you get frustrated and all that. So this strategy actually was taught to me by my younger brother. He's the one who introduced me to this, and he's a full-time trader, by the way. So he taught me this, and so basically we share this among ourselves. I just, before 5 minutes of the 4-hour close, I just tell him how this is it's looking like this. I'm planning to do this, and then basically that's how we got into this. So I think this, I'm not very sure about the numbers, but I think it's like a 40% win rate. And on average, I think on the back testing, we've seen 14 to 15% of returns per month, which I think is would help anyone basically to pass the challenge as well as the verification.
For sure, with the right risk reward ratio, a 40% win rate is perfectly acceptable. Okay. Very good. So any particular big drawdowns you've experienced with this strategy? And how have you managed that?
Yeah, basically, even with this funded account, I think I've gone to -8%. So almost close to losing the account. And that was right after I got my first payout from FundedNext. So for the second payout, I think it was really close, but I think things worked out well, and the market conditions were favorable to me. So I was able to actually back to break even, as well as make another 1.5% where I actually got the second payout as well.
Okay, so how did you manage that? Did you reduce the risk per trade, or did you become more choosy with the particular trade setups?
Not really. I just kept following what I was doing. And turned out to do that.
Okay. So, I mean, you've given us a lot of advice and a lot of useful takeaways from this. So do you have any other advice for traders out there who are looking to get funded, or any advice to FundedNext? Any suggestions to them? Yeah,
so basically for traders who are similar to me, because I don't consider myself a very experienced trader. I'm still learning. There's a lot to learn. So people who have just got their feet into trading or just new to trading, I would suggest stay away from all these people trying to flex a lot of I made this much, that much. You start small, stick to one strategy, back test it, make sure you can handle a small account, and then basically you can by building yourself, basically you can go for a bigger account down the line. Take it pretty seriously, because if you treat this like a job, it will get you your promotions, your increments and all that. So that's what I would suggest to traders. Like I said, I'm also new, I'm also learning. So basically these are what I have seen and what I have went through. So I hope that helps. And basically to FundedNext, I just really wanted them to have an MT5 terminal where we can trade. But basically, I mean, just before I put it out, it's already there, and I'm actually looking to get myself another challenge with them, so that I'm looking to get into the MT5.
Yeah, they've got their own MT5 main label server now, with the new Stellar accounts. Do you think the no time limit option is particularly attractive to traders, so they can trade in a more relaxed, patient manner?
Oh, definitely. I think that's going to be a big game changer, not only to the FundedNext, but basically to the prop trading industry. I think they have set a new standard like before. I think they were the first people who introduced 15% from phase 1 and 2. I don't think anybody had that going.
No.
So I think they were already setting high standards. And as traders, I think it's good that, the FundedNext is bringing all these new, I would say, benchmark in the industry. That really helps.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you're happy with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sunder. Nice talking to you. Hope you continue to get payouts from FundedNext, and speak to you again in the future next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye.